Glad you're here. We begin with the case of a deaf man accused of resisting arrest.
The 65-year-old caught up in a violent and controversial traffic stop involving the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. Pearson was left bloodied and bruised following that stop last January. The troopers were later cleared of any wrongdoing. Pearson was charged with 1 count. New at 5, the defense with a request for the judge today, as that case is scheduled to go to trial later this month. News Channel 4's Shelley Mills joins us now live from the newsroom with details on this. Shelley.
Well, Meg, Pearson doesn't use textbook American Sign Language. He uses what's described basically as a different dialect. So his defense today was asking the court to allow 6 interpreters to ensure Mr. Pearson gets a fair trial.
It is very exhausting.
Pearson and his attorney, Scott Adams, were in court Wednesday asking the judge to allow for interpreters to make sure Pearson can understand what is going on during his trial. Adams told the judge 6 interpreters are needed because the job is tough, requiring the person to listen to everything that is said, often to more than one person at a time, and then repeat in sign language while still listening.
For them to go and have a cup of coffee and to communicate can become exhausting, where we take it all for granted.
This is new ground to all of us, both the defense counsel, Mr. Adams, and myself.
District Attorney David Prater did not oppose the basic request.
We want to make sure that Mr. Pearson has his day in court, that he's treated fairly and appropriately, like any other person.
Pearson is charged with resisting arrest following this encounter with troopers back in January. After a scuffle, Pearson was battered and bruised. The troopers cleared of any wrongdoing.
Mr. Pearson, in my opinion, has been the victim of this system up to this point.
Numerous members of the deaf community were present at Wednesday's hearing. They agree with the defense's request for interpreters who use the language Pearl knows.
Deaf people are not all the same.
They also point out the interpreters are not just for Pearl, but for the entire courtroom.
The interpreter is not just for deaf people, but for the hearing people as well, so that you can understand us. It's a two-way street.
The defense was asking for interpreters from Texas. However, the judge asked them to look for people from Oklahoma who would be willing to help in this case. The judge has also asked for more information on the fatigue which an interpreter may deal with before this case does move forward.